Okay, so I've got the band of the cloche finished, and I've determined where I want my back seam, and I've already chained up my 16. So now row 1, I'm going to start by double crocheting in the 3rd chain from the hook and all the way down to the base. So do that and I will meet you back after that. Okay, I've double crocheted 3rd chain from the hook, so now I have 14 double crochets heading back down toward the band. So this is where you're going to slip stitch into the top 3 stitches of the band. And this, I have 3 stitch markers going at all time. They are my saving grace whenever I get to the cable part of the hat. So there's my 3 slip stitches. So I want to take this out, put it in what my first one will be the next time I come back around. And then I always keep one in my 14th stitch also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So I know where my double crochet is going to be. So I'm going to flip this back around. This top stitch is going to be a regular double crochet. Remove that stitch marker. And then here's where I'm going to do my 12 back post double crochet heading back toward the tip. And then I'll end up doing a double crochet in here. So do these 12 back post double crochet, and then I'll meet you down here whenever it's time to do a regular double crochet in the end. Okay, so I've done my double crochet, my 12 back post double crochet. Then I'm going to do my last double crochet in the end. Chain 2, turn, double crochet to start what will be row 3 and the first front row of your cable. So let's start row 3 of the chunky braid. That's where you're going to, I've already chained 2 and I've double crocheted into that first stitch. And then here's my section of 4, section of 4, section of 4. The second section of 4 is where I'm going to start with the front post triple crochets. Since I'm crossing over stitches, it's front post triple crochets. So I'm going to wind twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, underneath the 5th. Front post triple crochet. 2, 3, and 4. Now I have to come back and get the 4 that I skipped, but I have to go back behind here. So however you have to manipulate these to pull up that first post, you're crossing over stitches again, so make sure that you wind twice. If I could just crochet natural and quit thinking that I'm on camera, it would be a lot easier. Quite frankly, real estate videos where I'm in front of the camera are much easier than these where I'm behind the camera. Okay, so two, 3, 4. Okay, it's starting to take shape once you straighten it out. Now this stitch is right next to your next 4, so that's the reason these 4 are just going to be front post double crochet. So 1, course my last stitch is just a double crochet. Put my stitch marker up in there so I can find that when I come back around. And then this is where my 3 slip stitches start. 1, 2, 3. Let's move that doodad over. Then turn your work so that we can go back down on the back side. So you're going to do just a regular double crochet in that first of the 14. Okay, now this is where you're going to back post double crochet these 12 stitches, and you need to make sure that you keep the 12 stitches in order the way that you're looking at it from right to left. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Spread these apart. You can see your 5, 6, 7, 8, and then here comes your 9, 10, 11, and 12 back post double crochet. Okay, so this is row 4. I've already done the regular double crochet in that first stitch, and then I have to back post double crochet across those 12. So if you look at it, you've got your 4, and then your 4. And you just want to make sure that you keep them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my next stitch is this one right here. You have to keep your finger wrapped between those two to keep them separated. Then do it. Whatever you have to do to manipulate it, it'll bounce back. And here's my last 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can just do a regular double crochet in that last stitch, chain 2, turn, double crochet to get ready to start row 5. I'll move my stitch marker up. I'll meet you back in just a minute. Okay, we're on row 5. I've already chain 2 and double crocheted in that first stitch. Now, row 5, you don't start out by crossing over any stitches. You start right in these first 4, so they're just front post double crochet. So let's start with that. Just front post double crochet these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to be crossing over these 4 to get to these 4, so you've got to wrap twice and do front post triples. So do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we have to come back and get these 4 that we missed. We're going to be crossing over these stitches in the front this time. So you're going to wrap twice, manipulate this however you have to get to this first stitch in here. Keep your yarn loose, it will help. And of course I'll have more trouble on camera than in real life, but okay, got it. So there's 2. That first stitch in there in the corner is always the toughest. There's the 3rd. Okay, and I skipped one, it looks like. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I skipped the 3rd one. So see, that happens no matter how well you know a pattern. Okay, got all 4 of those. And then this ends up right next to that last double crochet. Move my stitch marker. And then again, it's time to slip stitch into the next 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then again, we're going to double crochet the top of that first of the 14. Now it's time to back post double crochet again, and this time these are going to be twisted. You can get your fingers between there, so you can see your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 back post double crochets. And see how they go in order. Just keep them separated, do them in order, and you shouldn't have a problem. And then, of course, when you get to the end, you'll double crochet. So I'll meet you back after you back post double crochet these and do your double crochet in the end. Okay, so you can see how the cable's starting to take shape. So now it's time to, I just did that back post double crochet that, again, that was a repeat of row 2. And so now it's time to repeat row 3 again. And that's when you're crossing over these stitches to go into these. And I'll tell you a good rule of thumb to remember when you, to visually know if you're on row 3 or row 5 of the repeat is if these 4 stitches are angling towards you, you're on row 3 and it's time to start here. If these 4 stitches are angling away from you, going that way, it's time to start here in the first 4, which would be your row 5 repeat. So I hope that the video helps. I know it's not the greatest. I don't do this very often, but I hope that it helps you. And if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks so much.